This is my Meatless Monday assignment. So for my recipe, I chose a Filipino dish. I'm actually half Filipino, so we eat a lot of Filipino foods. But anyway, so one of the main staples of the Filipino, just like the culture, is this dish called adobo. So my dad and all my aunts and uncles, they all make it for their families, and someday I hope I can make it for mine. But the crazy thing is that there's so many different ways to do it. We do use a lot of chicken just because it's a little healthier, but you can actually do pork and steak and all that good stuff. Out of all the recipes, I have to say that the one that's the best is my aunt's, my Tita Lisa. So this is her coconut adobo recipe. But I also made a vegan version of it, so I think it'll be just as good, if not, 10 times healthier. So I just kind of wanted to go over it. So for the recipe, so the recipe starts with a base of coconut oil, and then you add some garlic. It's a lot of garlic, but trust me, it's really, really good. So after the garlic, you add the whole peppercorns, and then more black pepper, and then crushed pepper flakes, and then you just kind of saute that for a little bit until it gets a little more fragrant, and then after that, you add in the chicken, stir that around a little bit. Once everything is brown, that's pretty much the first step is done. Obviously, the chicken still has to do a lot more cooking, but we'll get there. But after that, you add in the coconut milk, the rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, bay leaves, and then 1 cup of water. Just kind of stir that around, get let the ingredients get to know each other, and then after that, you pretty much just let it stay on a light simmer for about, want to say, maybe 30 or 45 minutes. But after that, you have probably the best dish in all of the Philippines, I gotta say. So yeah, that's just the regular recipe. So in the regular recipe, obviously again, it's not the most healthiest thing. The fat content is pretty high. But also, with the chicken and the coconut milk and the coconut oil, that kind of adds to it. So I'll kind of go into some supplementary things that you can do with the healthier recipe. Obviously, I didn't add those supplements in. I just kind of substituted the meat. But again, we'll get there when we get there. So for the vegan recipe, so again, kind of same setup. Oil, garlic, peppercorns, black pepper, crushed red pepper flakes. And instead of chicken, you can actually use mushrooms, eggplant, some cauliflower, and some carrots, and also some red bell peppers. I personally never done this recipe, but I've known a couple of Filipino friends growing up. Their grandparents would actually add vegetables in to their recipe. None of my family ever did. It might just be an us thing, or maybe even a them thing. But honestly, more veggies, especially for a dish like this, would actually complement everything really well. Especially, it's a little bit of a saltier dish, with the soy sauce and all that good, and the vinegar and all that good stuff. So yeah, you still add everything else: the coconut milk, the vinegar, the soy sauce, the bay leaves, and the water. Let it probably cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then in terms of this recipe, it's actually a lot healthier. The fat content definitely went down. They got some more vitamin C and some beta carotene, so that's pretty good for you. And yeah, the calories are about cut in half. So I would say this is definitely, a good substitute for, a vegan thing. And then if you even wanted to get rid of, I don't, not some of the fat, but not all of the fat, but if you wanted to make a little bit healthier, you could substitute the coconut oil for maybe some olive oil. And then instead of adding in that coconut milk, which has a lot of fat, you could just not add it at all. Maybe just add a little bit more soy sauce so you got a little bit more liquid. But really, what the coconut milk does, it just adds a little more texture, a little more creaminess to the dish overall. But yeah, that's my Meatless Monday recipe. I hope you guys enjoy, and I definitely recommend you guys cook this. It's really, really good.